So this month's Vanners collaboration is about 5 highway code rules that I would change. Now you'll find a link to the playlist in the description below and a card at the end of the video. Now, if you really want to see what typical motorhomes and caravanners would like to change in the highway code, I suggest you watch the other videos in the collaboration. I certainly will. Mine may not all be highway code rules, but I believe these are changes that would benefit motorhome and caravan users. Some are going to be controversial and maybe get a few hot under the collar. So if you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Please leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Number 1. Cycling has grown in popularity across the UK, and while it obviously offers numerous benefits, the increasing number of cyclists on the road poses new challenges. So here's a few compelling reasons for implementing a licensing and insurance system for cyclists. Safety and accountability. Licensing ensures that cyclists have received appropriate training and are knowledgeable about road safety and etiquette. This reduces the risk of accidents and ensures that cyclists are accountable for their actions. Compensation for victims. Accidents do happen and sometimes cyclists can be at fault. Insurance ensures that victims, whether they be other cyclists, pedestrians or motorists, receive compensation for damages or injuries. Road maintenance contribution. Roads require maintenance and repair, and if cyclists are using these roads regularly, it can be argued that they should contribute towards their upkeep. Certainly creating cycle lanes is a cost. Licence and insurance fees can be channeled back into the road and cycling infrastructure. Standardisation and data collection. Licensing would provide a systematic method to track the number of active cyclists, which can aid in planning and developing appropriate infrastructure. So, introducing licensing and insurance for cyclists can ensure a safer, more accountable and a harmonious relationship for all those sharing the roads. Number 2. I think all caravans and motorhomes should display a sign in clear sight of the driver which indicates the maximum height, length, width and weight. Now I do that in our motorhome, but I think it should be a compulsory thing. The information should obviously be nice and clear so you can read it without stretching your neck. Nice, good contrast. Should be made of a material that's going to last, not going to fade away or fall off after a few weeks, but it's clearly visible. And I'm sure it's obvious to everybody the reason for this. How many times have you seen pictures of motorhomes or large vehicles trapped under bridges, trapped through tunnels, narrow lanes or low weight bridges? I think this should be compulsory. Number 3. I think there should be a rule in the highway code telling motorists, especially with large vehicles, to take extra care when overtaking motorhomes and caravans. Simple as that really, short and sweet. Number 4. I think motorway services should have free dedicated rest areas for motorhomes and caravans. I believe it would offer a number of benefits both to the drivers and to site owners. Here's a few reasons why. Now, the UK, compared to most European countries, does not have many free or low-cost dedicated rest areas for motorhomes, such as airs like you get in France. So if local councils encourage or subsidise motorway services to provide free or low-cost facilities to motorhome and caravan owners, this could benefit the drivers, the site owners, and also encourage more tourism to those locations, especially in those far-flung places. Now, while providing free rest areas might seem like a loss in terms of potential revenue, it can actually spur economic activity. Motorhome and caravan users are likely to spend more money on services such as food, fuel and other amenities available at motorway services rather than just getting it at their destination. So this could lead to increased revenue for the businesses operating within these service areas. In the absence of dedicated rest areas on motorways, motorhome and caravan users often have to rely on local towns or off-motorway sites to stop and rest, and this can put a strain on local facilities and might not be safe or convenient for the users, so having dedicated areas of motorway services reduces this burden on localities. Number 5. I think local road authorities should probably consider putting dedicated signs for caravans and motorhomes where the road ahead is unsuitable. So an example would be roads with sharp curves or hairpin turns, roads with steep gradients or steep hills, roads that are very narrow or got limited verges, roads with low overhead clearances such as bridges, tunnels, and maybe roads with weak bridges. So all of these things I think would probably make sense to incorporate dedicated signs for motorhomes and caravans. I realise large vehicle signs may cover a lot of these, but especially with trailers and caravans, I think dedicated signs would be very useful. So we hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, maybe you could click the like button. If you've got any comments or questions, please leave them below.